Okay, next up we have the Fenix, which is quite unique, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I've come across this particular type of system before, so if you want to introduce us to it.
Yeah, this is a heat pump system. Fiorini is another manufacturer of heat pumps, so it is something that is developed together with another Italian manufacturer that manufactures everything in Italy. And what kind of system is this? Is a heat pump system, so something to heat up or cooling normally a house, because this is typical for residential application. And what makes it unique? The possibility to combine different technology, so direct expansion and hydronic solution. So here is probably one of the most important part of the system. Here on the top we have the hydro module, so the module that exchange between refrigerant gas and water to connect the heating system, the underfloor heater, heating, fan coil or whatever. And here on the bottom we have the device to produce the domestic hot water. That is extremely clever, because it works as a desuperheater. So it means that it is able to produce domestic hot water while you are heating your house without any extra cost for the domestic hot water. So going extremely technical, inside we have a condenser. Actually it's not a condenser, but it is a desuperheater that is recovering the extra heat just out from the compressor, where we have an extremely hot gas coming from the compressor, and we keep this amount of energy to produce domestic hot water at a very high temperature, because this high temperature to heat pump is extremely precious. So, and we are going to use it to produce domestic hot water. The system can also combine traditional split system, direct expansion. So it is also possible to do a system that combines underfloor heating and standard split for air conditioning during the summer, or we can use it as a dehumidifier if we want to use in a specific place. So it is a system that really can be configured as much as possible in order to fit perfectly the application.
So the real benefit here, I suppose, is where ordinarily you would have had a separate system for your space heating as opposed to your domestic water, you're basically combining them both.
Absolutely.
And where we're normally, pumping the refrigerant to, some method of space heating. So you typically have a heat exchanger of some sort. We're simply going to pump that through your tank. The DX is connected to a coil in the tank?
No, to a brazed heat exchanger.
Ah, okay. And then that water.
That is external in order to be safe and also easy maintenance in case of necessity.
Very good, very interesting.
The clever thing is the way we are doing the domestic hot water, that is not, let's say, energy demanding, of course, while you are heating the house, because with the same amount of electricity that you are paying for the heating system, so just recovering a little quantity of energy just out from the compressor, that is very precious because it is at very high temperature, we can store enough water for a family. Of course, then there is also possibility to produce only domestic hot water as a priority or as a boost way, but in a general, in a standard application, so while we produce domestic heating for the house, it is possible to warm up on the same time the domestic hot water tank. And of course, if we are using the system in a cooling way in summer mode, the domestic hot water is completely for free, because we use the energy instead of waste it on the external side.
Otherwise it would have been rejected, yeah?
As a heat recovery or multifunctional heat pump, but for residential application.
Very good. So the only thing of note is, because it's DX, there's refrigerant pipe work and it has to be installed by a refrigeration service engineer, as well as the plumbing by your typical.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.